What is going on, everyone? Welcome to the Investing Bros. I am your host, Tim, and we have got a lot to discuss today as Bitcoin is fighting and rallying as we are speaking to continue to fight back to all-time highs. Some altcoins are already hitting all-time highs on this rally. Just how exciting can it get? We will talk about that and a lot more. There's a lot of reasons coming out today. I know we talked about some yesterday, but more are coming out today as to why you should be bullish right now. We're going to talk about banks potentially failing. We're going to talk about ETF records continuing to be made. I don't know if you guys have heard about what Texas is doing right now. Some pretty big things, not even just for crypto, but for the stock market as well. Also, Gary Gensler, of course, you start to have a little bit of fun in crypto, and Gary Gensler, like a little weasel, pops his head out of a hole and has to make a comment about the crypto space. So we have to address him as well. And we left it off yesterday, but today I will be talking about Jasmy, not giving a full-blown price prediction for it, but talking about an interesting theory that has been kind of circulating certain sections of crypto Twitter and crypto bros out there thinking how high Jasmy will get. I'll give you my take today. With that said, though, strap on in. It's going to be a great one. Let's roll the intro. All right. Again, it is me by myself, T-Shroom, out as he is just newly married. He is spending time with his new wife, and he'll be back next Wednesday. Also, you'll notice today is Wednesday, which means traditionally it should be Caleb Franzen Wednesday, but since T-Shroom is not here, and since Tim has to run everything, I don't have the system in place to get a guest on just yet. That'll come. I'll get used to it. I'll get something figured out there. But for today, it's just me. Caleb Franzen will be back next week. So those of you who came looking for that Caleb Franzen Wednesday, I'm sorry to disappoint you. He'll be here next week. We'll resume our normal program as we go. Before we get too far into the content, let's talk about a couple things that are very important. We got a quote of the day today. Got to start off with quote of the days. And of course, I like to keep it office focused. This is from Andy Bernard. I'm always thinking one step ahead, like a carpenter that makes stairs. Yep, there we go. I also want to make sure you guys are excited because some of you don't care, but I care a lot. Some of you do as well. 79 days, everybody. 79 days and 21 hours until college football is back. We're not going to dwell on that, but I will tell you guys, we'll talk more college football, especially in our Discord when it gets here. But for all of my other, put a 1 in chat if you're a college football fan and you're happy that we are getting closer each and every day to that college football season. Man, we got a lot to discuss here on the show. Before we go too much further, we have 2 sponsors for this show. The first one I want to bring to your attention is the Nashville Bitcoin Conference on July 25th to 27th. T-Shroom and I will both be there. So you better be there as well. And if you have not bought your tickets just yet, make sure to use the link down below and use code BROZ. Tell them the bros sent you. We got a couple tickets here. I think you can get some about $500 at this point. I would love to see you guys in Nashville if you live anywhere close or if you live far and you're like, no, I'm going to get on a plane and I want to go see Tim and T-Shroom. Go ahead and do it. Use our link. Sign up for Nashville Bitcoin Conference today using our link. Also, this episode is brought to you guys by Arkless Wallets. And guess what, guys? When you use our code, normally $99, and we're going to talk more about this later, but $99 for a cold wallet. You absolutely want to have a cold wallet. But when you use BROZ10 down below, all of a sudden, you get 10% off that $99. Go act on Arkless Day. Thank you to both of our sponsors for being here and sponsoring our channel, keeping the lights on, keeping all of the great crypto stuff coming your way. Now let's get into it, guys. Very excited about today. I also am going to the end of the show announce who won the $100 giveaway for our 19,000 subscriber mark. And I say this after I was supposed to do it yesterday, and we're already halfway on the 19,000 subscriber mark to 20,000. So literally in a couple of days, we're going to have to do another giveaway again. And I'm going to wait for T-Shroom to get back. I think at this pace, we're probably going to hit 20,000 subscribers before T-Shroom is back. And so we'll have a celebration. We'll do something special, but I will wait for him to be here. Who knows at that point, maybe we're at 21,000. I don't know. But I want to thank each and every one of you guys who are subscribed. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that. Be a part of the first 20K. There's only 500 spots left. to be a part of the first 20,000 people joining the bros. You don't want to miss your spot. Let's get into the markets here, see what is happening. Notcoin, really big red circle right now, down 11%. That's not good for Notcoin. People are asking my thoughts. I still have not had time to really dig my little grubby fingers into Notcoin to decide if I like it or not. Again, relationship with Toncoin is okay, but you know, it is what it is. I haven't figured that one out yet. Stacks, though, a coin I'm very, very big on, up 13%. And if you were watching a show 2 days ago, those of you who did will remember I told you guys this coin and another coin. I said, look out for two of these. I think I had another one as well. If I look back at my notes, I think I said, well, let me look. I have my notepad right here. It's really easy to look back. I got to scroll back, though, because my pages, it's a little, let's see here. I said, watch out for AVAX, for Stacks, and for Caspa. What's AVAX doing? Because I know Stacks and Caspa are doing some amazing things. Let's go take a look real quick before we go into CoinMarketCap. Let's go look here. AVAX, yeah, okay. All right, guys, 2 out of 3. I'm not wrong yet. I mean, again, AVAX, I think, could still be doing something special here moving forward. But the other two that I called out here, for sure, we have Stacks, boom, breaking out of that falling wedge pattern. I think we're heading up above $3 once again, so keep an eye on that. Stacks is doing very well. And Caspa breaking to new all-time highs today. Now, we're back down to 18.2 cents, but we did touch over 19 cents on Caspa. If you were here 2 days ago, you would have been prepared for it. But that's okay. There's still a lot of gains left to be made. Let's check out CoinMarketCap, and we're going to take a look at BNB, because I don't know if you guys knew this. BNB, another coin that has hit a new all-time high. We'll take a look at it here in a second, and then we'll jump into our main topics. Of course, I have my 3 topics. I told you a little bit about them. Got my trusted notepad. It's been awesome. Bitcoin, in the last 24 hours, it is over 71,000, up 0.5%. It's crazy that we're over 71 and only up 0.5%, but that is what it is. Ethereum's up 1%, BNB 3%, again, hitting that new all-time high. It did briefly go over 700, back down below, but hovering right below, 3.3. So far, it's our biggest gainer in the top 10. Solana's up 2.2. Dogecoin's up 1.3. Oh, no, Toncoin. Okay, our biggest gainer top 10 is Toncoin up 5.8. And Cardano's barely down, almost 0.5%. Sheeb right outside of our top 10, up 5. AVAX up 2. So big day for our coins in the top 10. But again, Caspa hitting a new high today, and the BNB. And I told you guys we need to start looking at BNB more often. Probably will end up doing a price prediction on it in the future. Is this rally on BNB quite over? I don't necessarily think so. Some of you probably already see this on the charts, but what I'm going to draw for you guys is a very bullish pattern here. I should probably need to go down to here. Very bullish pattern here for BNB, as this attached to a nice flagpole right here would be a bull pennant. And this bull pennant says that we could possibly see good old BNB make its way. Now, that's really high, up towards 1,200. I mean, we're at 7. I mean, a 2x now. I mean, that's not ridiculous. I don't know how soon it's going to do it, but I absolutely think BNB can 2x, making it over $1,000 per coin. But that is something very, very impressive that it is done here. Price is at an all-time high. Now, I do think if we go in here and we click on the market cap, I don't think the market cap's on an all-time high just yet. Let's check that. Yeah, market cap is not at an all-time high. We did in November of 2021 reach all the way up to about $110 billion in market cap. Right now, we kind of reached around 102. We did get back over that 100, but BNB, it would not be surprised to see this maybe finish out somewhere. Definitely, I think above 200. Again, we need to get to 200 to double, which I think is very, very doable. But I think that we could see BNB be one of those coins up closer to, if not at, $300 billion in market cap. But I'll save that for a price prediction video later. Speaking of, if you have not watched this morning's video about my Matic price prediction, as soon as the live stream is over, you need to go over there and check it out, because we're laying some great alpha on the channel with our series of 2025 price predictions. With that said, we're about to get into topic number 1, get into some Bitcoin discussion, but you guys need to go ahead and smash the like button. I actually have a button for it the T-Stream left me. That's right there. Smash it. smash the like button. And if you feel inclined that you like the channel and you want to be around for more, hit that subscribe button as well. And again, you'll be one of the first 20,000 subscribers of the Investing Bros on our way to 1 billion, coming probably in the next year or two. Let's talk about Bitcoin here. Before I jump into the charts, there's actually a lot of reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin. And I want to start off at least with one of these stories, and then we might go into charts and then come back in here because I know you guys love looking at the Bitcoin charts. But I don't know if you guys have seen this article or not. 63 U.S. banks on the brink of insolvency. Why Bitcoin's next target is 100K. This is a story over here by Cointelegraph. Ultimately, I just want to focus on some of the details. Bitcoin could be on track to the psychological $100,000 mark as the digital gold narrative gains more prominence amid, now they said that wrong, that says a mind, but I'm going to go ahead and give them the benefit of the doubt. That should be a mid. That N just sneaked its way in there. Another banking crisis looming in the United States. We'll get to it. If you're wondering why that's a good thing, we'll talk about that in a second when we go to the charts. At least 63 U.S. banks were on the brink of insolvency in the first quarter of 2024, up from 52 banks on the problem bank list during the third quarter of 2023, according to the Federal Deposit Insurance Corporation, FDIC, otherwise known, quarterly report published on May 29th. That was just here a couple days ago. Moreover, the banks are collectively sitting on $517 billion worth of unrealized losses, up $39 billion from the previous quarter. This marks the 9th consecutive month of unusually high unrealized losses, according to the FDIC's report. In this quote here from them, they said this is the, I just read it. This is the 9th straight year. Yep. All right, we read that already. We're going to skip through it. The health of the U.S. banking system has been growing concern since March 2023, following the sudden collapse of the Silicon Valley Bank and the voluntary liquidation of Silvergate Bank. You guys remember that? It was a big time, big news, a lot of interesting things to talk about, and a lot of charts going very explosive. Signature Bank was closed. Operations in New York regulators on March 12th, 2 days after Silvergate Bank's liquidations. Why is that important? Because Bitcoin then climbed 26% from 21,900 to 28,000 during the week of March 13th, 2023. What are we saying here, everybody? Banks are in trouble. What does that mean for your Bitcoin holdings and pretty much all of your altcoin holdings? It means they're about to go up, especially if banks start to fall. Let's take a look at that Bitcoin chart, and then we'll get back into some stories. We're going to start off with more historical details here on Bitcoin, and then we'll move into the more local time frame here as well. Now, remember that time period, we're talking about March 12th, March 13th. And if you guys were here, probably a lot of you were not. I mean, I know a lot of the views weren't that great. So I know there's definitely a lot of you guys that are watching right now who were not watching back Investing Bros back on March 12th. But we had started after an initial pull up, after hitting our bottom of the bear market. We'd had a nice rally in January. Even February seemed like it was going to continue to be bullish, but then something broke late February. And I don't remember the exact detail, but it caused a lot of bearish pressure to come in, and we started to fall. And I remember the sentiment. I remember a lot of people freaking out thinking, remember when we thought that 15.5 was the bottom? Nope. It looks like all the people still calling for 10,000. Here we come. I mean, just look at the speed up here on the bearish days. You have one bullish day right here on March 5th. Other than that, from March 2nd all the way till the 11th, we had nothing but red days, blue days. So very, very bearish place in the market. But guess what happened right here, March 12th? We start to, March 11th, March 12th, we start to move a little more bullish. Why? Because those banks began to crash. And there was actually a massive fear about banks in general. Notice the price of Bitcoin shot up here, just like it said. It actually went higher. While it hesitated around 28,000, by April 14th, we made it up above 30,000 for the first time since all the way back in June of 2022. Long story short, this is a good thing for Bitcoin when banks cannot be trusted. Why? Because people are not going to hold their money in a bank when there's all these concerns and fears they could collapse. They're going to want to move their money into something they can trust a little better. And just like the article said, Bitcoin's kind of aura, or its nickname of being digital gold, is growing on people, and more people of wealth are looking to move their money away from the dumb banks, the banks that end up losing them everything, and they want to move it into something very, very strong like Bitcoin. Now let's talk about the more local price action, and we'll get back into other stories as to why Bitcoin is going very, very well. But today we have broken above. We briefly actually almost touched back to 72,000. I think the high for the day is 71,804, right? So we have not quite made it back to 72. I told you guys I need to see us get above 72 to feel very strong about us going to set new highs. But I want you guys to be prepared that I don't think it is ridiculous to potentially expect for us to hit a new high by this weekend. Why? Because this is what we've been talking about. This breakout from the symmetrical triangle pattern does give us a target up here at $75,000. That qualifies over the previous high of around 73,800. It would give us a new all-time high. Again, we have some things to clear here. When I turn on Luxalgo, there is going to be this big order block right there around $72,000. It's the high from back here on April 8th. And also kind of that same area of the high we had back here around May 21st. But if we break through this with some steam, I do believe Bitcoin can make its way up to the higher level of our take profit symbol that we've been in a buy order now for a while and get up above $75,000. We also see on the oscillators a lot of reason to continue to see strength in the market. Again, stochastics still going bullish. We bounced off the RSI's 50. It's going to the upside. We had our bullish MACD cross here the other day. And the oscillator, while we are seeing a red reversal dot, and you want to be aware of those, we still see strong momentum on our oscillators as well as positive money flow. So the daily chart is not showing signs of Bitcoin necessarily slowing down. When it looks at the weekly chart, we actually see potential signs it's starting to heat up. Why? Well, guess what just printed? And I don't think this was here yesterday. I could be wrong. Maybe we didn't look at the weekly chart yesterday. But if we did, I would have said this. We just got a print, either today or yesterday, another print of a buy signal here on the weekly chart. Notice we're currently still under the take profits way down here at 55 because of the sell order we had back in April. But now that we're printing a buy signal, I do expect the take profit. It'll probably be actually well above this, well above all these levels. But I think that watching 75 is going to be a first place to keep your eye on. You guys see stochastics is ready to come back to the upside. RSI, yeah, we're overbought, but there's room for the RSI to climb for sure. The MACD is way up here, but starting to cross back bullish. And of course, our Luxago oscillator, bullish momentum, bullish money flow, weekly chart looking good for Bitcoin at this moment. And Luxalgo was kind of saying, hey guys, good reason on these longer time frames to remain confident in the bullishness. Let's look at the 4-hour chart before we move on. We have now hit the 4-hour take profit squarely here in the last 8 hours or so. But check out what we did yesterday. We talked about this yesterday. We turned 70,500, 70,400 into very strong support. This is a breaker block. So even if we pull back a little bit like we're doing right now, I still see a lot of support right here for the next couple of days, the rest of this week, to still see further price action up and to the right. Let's see what the oscillators are doing. Again, oscillators cooling off just a little bit here. That's completely okay. They can cool off even all the way down to 70,000, and it still is a very bullish sign over the rest of the week for Bitcoin. Money flow looks like it's starting to come down, but it's moving mostly sideways. So let's continue to watch this. You see the oscillator keeling over. You see the money flow starting to come down. We had a red reversal, but ultimately not seeing the ultimate signs we want to sell here. And even if we did, like I said, 70,000 is going to be a very strong level of support. A lot of people are going to be willing to buy if we reach those levels again, because they're going to be under the concern. They don't want to miss out on this rally that it looks like it's about to happen. They'll look at a dip back down to 70,000 as a golden opportunity to rebuy. I want to, before I move on from Bitcoin, let's make sure I get the numbers correctly, because I'm throwing these numbers out, 70,000. Technically speaking, the bottom of this breaker block is 69,500. So I know I kept saying 70,000, 70,400. It's a zone. It's a breaker block zone. Technically, if we went all the way to 69.4 or 69.5, excuse me, this breaker block is still intact as a strong level of support to set a higher low in a bull trend. This rally that we've had since back here on June 2nd hasn't been nothing but white candles. We bounced up, set a higher high, come back, higher low. Higher high. Now it's time potentially pull back, get a little bit of a higher low. I'm not guaranteeing we get down to 69,500. I hope that's not what you're saying. I hope you're not saying, oh, Tim thinks that we should wait to purchase Bitcoin until 69,500. I'm saying it could go that low. What I'm looking at here, based off the 4-hour chart bearishness, and if I were to go even lower, maybe look at the hourly chart where I'm sure we see more. If I do this correctly, where I'm going to see more hesitancy, I'm going to see more of a pullback kind of coming in, although that's not necessarily the strongest call I've ever seen. I do see some support on the trail coming in around 70,100, 7,300, give or take, in that area. So using the confluence of those breaker blocks, the order blocks, and now the smart trail on the hourly chart, I think 70,100 to 300 range is probably a level that Bitcoin wants to pull back to before we pull to the upside. But again, these daily chart symbols that I'm seeing, the weekly chart symbols I'm seeing, a lot of reasons to be bullish over the next couple of days, over the next couple of weeks. And again, with the weekly chart going bullish, that's something that should make you bullish for the next couple of months. We already knew that, though, because Bitcoin is gearing up for another explosive bull market like it always does. With that said, though, let's go into some other reasons to be bullish on Bitcoin from a fundamental standpoint. And one of them is just this. I'm not going to go deep in the article. US spot Bitcoin ETF see second highest daily net inflows at 887 million. Highest record was 1.05 billion back on March 12th, but we now have the second largest day of inflows. Why are they inflowing, guys? Because Bitcoin has a lot of reason to move to the upside. Maybe some of it is those banks that are crumbling, but people are running to go put their money, despite the fact the price is up here at 70,000. People are running to their local BlackRock or running to their local, I can't remember all the banks that are there. They're going and they're buying ETFs because they want to protect their money. More reasons to continue to be excited is this Twitter post came out from Stock Talk right here. I don't know if you guys have heard about this, but just in a group backed by BlackRock, and we know when BlackRock backs things, it's got a recipe for success. And Citadel is planning to launch a new national U.S. stock exchange in the great state of Texas. The Texas Stock Exchange, or TXSE, will register with the SEC later this year, facilitate trades in 2025, and host its first listing in 2026. Do you guys know who the number one person who will be hurt by this is going to be? It's going to be the New York Stock Exchange. It's going to be good old Wall Street. This is very, very massive for crypto, for stocks, because guess what? Texas is going to have a lot more favorable things to the average trader. Texas, for sure, one of the most bullish Bitcoin states out there, defending the right of the miners, defending the right to house your own Bitcoin, defending the right to do that with all of crypto. There's a lot of reasons why a Texas exchange will be very, very bullish for Bitcoin, for Ethereum. And ultimately, what they're going to do by registering with the SEC to do this, they're going to make a huge emphasis on promoting the ETFs. So we already have a Bitcoin ETF. Pretty soon, we're going to have an Ethereum ETF. There's rumors now that we might see an XRP one sometime 2025. CEO of Ripple is talking about that yesterday. A lot of people are suspecting that Solana, maybe even Chainlink, could be either ahead or not far behind XRP. So as a whole, again, we could get in the details of exchange of ETFs. Some people hate them. Some people love them. They are bullish for price action. And a Texas stock exchange is going to be super, super bullish for the crypto space. So another reason to be very bullish. Before I move on from this topic, again, when it rains, it pours here on the bullishness for Bitcoin, and I love it. Let's talk about another reason why we should be bullish about crypto as a whole, and this is actually something very interesting. I'll address it in all the details, but here we go. Coinbase debuts a smart wallet gunning to bring 1 billion users into crypto. That would be phenomenal just in and of itself. Let's find out more about this smart wallet. This is a product, it says it's designed to reduce hurdles for new users looking to get started in the DeFi space. I love it because, again, even though a lot of us maybe watching this show have learned more nuanced details about what's happening in crypto, there are some very confusing things that happen. I mean, even some of you might be new here. Maybe sometimes we talk about issues or coins or fundamentals that you're like, I have no idea what Tim and T-Stream are saying. That's okay. We're going to teach you along the way. But Coinbase, I think, is potentially the number one company in crypto that does really focus to make things as simple as possible. And they're taking it a step further here with these smart wallets. Let's find out more information. Smart wallets allow users to create a free, secure, and self-custody wallet in just a few seconds. All right, here we go. Day 3 in a row of pronouncing names that I'm going to butcher, guaranteed. Siddharth Kolo Prabhu. Okay. Senior Director of Product Management at Coinbase. How close was I, guys? Was I even in the ballpark? I have no idea. They simplify onboarding, reduce the number of transactions to be signed, and seamlessly let you use your Coinbase balances. I'll I'll address that a little more. I'll address what that means if anyone's wondering what that means and how that'll work. Let's keep reading and I'll get at the end. With Coinbase Smart Wallet, users can create a new wallet using Face ID, a Google Chrome profile, what is this? YubiKey? I don't know if YubiKey. I don't know if I use that one. Fingerprint, unlock features, or Face ID. Did we just talk about Face ID? Did it just use Face ID twice? All right, article. Do better. Who wrote this? I don't know. Smart wallets also attempt to correct the fragmentation that occurs when users must manage balances across multiple wallets in order to fully engage with a range of crypto apps. Users will be able to draw from Coinbase account balances or from their self-custodial wallet balance to facilitate transactions almost anywhere. That's pretty cool. I like that. I think people are going to like that. That's going to move us further into the world of, can you hold crypto and purchase it anywhere? And, purchase with it anywhere. It would allow people to keep a lot more money into crypto long term rather than leaving a good amount out to pay bills and go buy things from the grocery stores, so on and so forth. Last part of this article, Coinbase is encouraging crypto developers to integrate its smart wallet into their apps, offering up to $15,000 in gas credits through a base gasless campaign and an other on-chain summer contest and incentives. So that's pretty cool. Is encouraging companies to get in their apps, to get in there and use a smart wallet. Again, what that means is they're really trying to get it to where you can hold as much crypto as possible, ditch the US dollar, hold cryptocurrencies, but you'll be able to purchase things with it in apps, in stores, in other places. So it's a very cool concept. Let me make something very clear. Let me even break it down in case you missed some of the details about how you can set it up. It's ultimately going to be more of a hot wallet where technically it's in some form of security with more levels of security than just the open Coinbase account on the computer. But one of the things it's trying to solve is if you move your money into a cold wallet like Arculus or any other ones you might purchase, a lot of times they come with anywhere between 12 to a 24 word key phrase. It's for added security. And Coinbase is saying, that's just so complicated for some people. Let's make it a lot simpler. Let's make it a lot easier to get into so people don't have a problem with it. All right, well, here's the thing, guys. Why are cold wallets complicated? They're not complicated just to make you frustrated. They're complicated so that your money's actually safe and that your money is actually yours, right? The easier it is for you to get into, the way easier it is for hackers to get into. And that's the cool thing about cold wallets like Arculus. And of course, this whole video is brought to you guys by Arculus, the most secure, the greatest cold wallet out there that nobody can get into. Only you and your keywords will be able to get into that wallet. Coinbase is trying to make it easier for people, and I understand using it, but I really hope, especially you have been in crypto like this, and you don't go and say, all right, you know what? This smart wallet on Coinbase, good enough. I'm holding all of my crypto there. It'll be easy to get in and out of. I don't need a cold wallet anymore. Boom. And I'm not just saying that because Arculus is a sponsor. I'm saying that because that is still an operation where you can get hacked. Again, even though it's maybe more secure than just in a default Coinbase account, those simple levels, if someone hacks into your phone, if you get what's it called, SIM swapped, they'll be able to do a lot of things to get into your wallet just that way. Also, I want you to know that this hot wallet on Coinbase allows Coinbase to have a backdoor into your wallet. Coinbase is not saying that they can't get in there. So the whole point of this is like, even though maybe it makes it a little more secure for maybe an amateur hacker, ultimately, if you do something to piss off Coinbase or you do something to piss off, let's say the United States government or any government of the country that you're in, and that government deems you a threat against humanity for one reason or another, they can contact Coinbase. And they can tell Coinbase, hey, do you have an account registered to John Bromith III? I don't know why I just said that. I just felt like saying the name Bromith. Yeah, we have an account there. He actually has a smart wallet. Oh, yeah. Okay. He's not been acting the way we want him to act. Can you go ahead and shut that account down? Can you take all his money out? Oh, yeah, sure thing, government. I can do it right now. I'm Coinbase and I can get in there. That's the scenario that you're still opening yourself up to. Is it cool? Yes. I probably... Well, the little bit of money I still have in Coinbase right now to get in and out very quickly, I think I might get this smart wallet and I'll hold some there. Maybe I'll hold a little extra there. But am I ditching the majority of my portfolio that's going to make me a wealthy man from a cold wallet? Am I ditching that cold wallet? Absolutely not. That cold wallet is the only thing that I feel 100% secure about, that I don't have to worry when I sleep at night that someone got in and hacked my money. It allows me to have those sleepful nights knowing my crypto gains are safe. And as cool as a smart wallet is, and it will bring billions of, I mean, I hope it brings 1 billion people in. I hope that it brings a lot more adoption. I hope that it continues to lead to higher prices in Bitcoin and Ethereum and all the altcoins that I'm invested in. I'm not going to default put all of my trust into it and ditch the secure cold wallet route for crypto, because again, not your keys, not your crypto. And this smart wallet does not solve that. Let's take a break here for a second. Again, we have other topics. I will also be probably ending today around 4 o'clock. And the reason why is because I got a very full day today. Been a full day already, had lots of meetings. We, of course, on Wednesdays have our members-only stream. That's for all of our silver and up members on YouTube. We'll be in Discord on that. Right after that, I got to go from there from 4 to 4:50 or so. I'm going to be on with Stocks with Josh tonight for our Tuesday technicals that rarely is ever done on a Tuesday, but the name of it sounds really cool. So I will be on Stocks with Josh tonight, and I think there's a chance, we have to discuss it, but there's a chance that I'll also be doing some stuff with his community right after that. Long story short, I will be sitting in this seat at this desk looking at these computer screens and that camera for like the next 3 hours, almost straight. All right, so today's going to be a little short. It's okay. Let's take a look here. We have a super chat from Crypto Sec Guy, one of our mods, one of the day one OGs. But if you use YubiKey, wouldn't it technically be a cold wallet? I don't know. Again, I don't know what YubiKey is, to be honest. And maybe that's something I should know what it is. I've never used a YubiKey. Maybe I have, and I didn't know it was called a YubiKey. So there's also that potential. But I'm not going to sit here and pretend to know something I don't know. And I don't know what a YubiKey is. Kia Ola Tim and Investing Bros says Pakisad. What's up? The hustle can be exhausting. It can be. I like the hustle. I like what I do. I like all the meetings and the people I get to spend time with, but it's very busy for sure. Let's see. I think that's going to be about it on the someone's asking about polls. Yeah, Crux usually does polls. He is driving, I believe, at the moment. I could be wrong. He's typing, so hopefully he's not driving. But he is mobile. He's not sitting at his desk. Crypto Guy says, if Tim actually took me off on my offer for like last 4 years of teaching him security, he would know what a YubiKey is. This is very true. Matt C, are you sitting on a comfy cushion, Tim? This chair's all right. It's it does the job. It'll do okay. Let's get some ICP long-term trend line broken. Bullish. Is the ICP trend line bullish? I don't know if I checked ICP this morning. I don't think it was there yesterday. What trend line are we referring to, my friend? Because I don't know if I see a trend line broken that's bullish. Yeah. Someone says zero volume. Yeah, there's not a lot of volume ICP. I'm bullish at ICP. I want you guys to know. I think that ICP is going to do some great stuff here. Here recently on the 4-hour chart did print a buy signal that should break us bullishly out of here. I think it's not long before we see the daily chart turn back bullish. It's currently bearish, but I don't like that signal. Again, when you see the red signal on the very bottom of a move, it's not a very good signal. So I'm bullish on ICP, but yeah, there's not necessarily anything happening yet. I think that could change. Let's get some of these other altcoins moving, and I think that easily could change. With that said, speaking of things that I want to change. Oh, I wasn't sharing my screen there, but that's okay. Not important. Let's go and talk about the next topic that I want to discuss here with you guys. And I said it in the intro, crypto starts to get bullish. We start to pick up some momentum. We're doing some really cool things here in the crypto world. Everyone's getting excited. And of course, SEC Chairman Gary Gensler decides, you know what? They're having too much fun over there. Let me come up and ruin someone's day. He decided to speak today. I guess he was on a show with another great guy, Jim Cramer, I think is the story of the year. I think that's talked about this article. But he kind of weighs in on approving more token ETFs. It's funny it says that he doesn't really in the article get into ETFs, but he does give some thoughts about crypto in general. I want to read this to you, and then we'll kind of break it down, give some thoughts. The SEC Chairman Gary Gensler was questioned today on CNBC's Squawk on the Street about the possible approval of the exchange-traded funds indexed to tokens such as Osmosis and Bonk in the U.S. Okay, they were talking a little bit about Osmosis and Bonk. Jim Cramer, there we go, one of our favorite guys here. One of the show's hosts highlighted how multiple tokens registered millions in trading volume this very morning and questioned if the U.S. shouldn't have some sort of products to capture this volume. There we go. Here's where Gary Gensler starts the fun. Let me say something more broadly about crypto markets right now. Without prejudging anyone, these tokens, whether the ones Jim listed or other tokens, have not given you the disclosures that not only do you need to make your investment decisions, but are also required by the law. What law is that? That's the law of Gary Gensler that he makes up every single day and changes it on his very whims whenever he wants to. Even if a judge disagrees with him, he gets to live in his own fairy tale world and keep making those laws day by day. He also went on to say, these crypto exchanges, Jim, are doing things we would never allow in the New York Stock Exchange to do. Our laws don't allow you to trade against your customers. False. I mean, maybe the laws say that. You don't really punish the ones that do it that harshly, though. You absolutely allow them to do it. But I'll tell you this. I get it. Listen, there are exchanges that have reached out to me. I'm not going to say the names of them. I will say it's kind of funny, though. You guys know we're partnered with BloFin. I think it's the great, at least one of the best trading exchanges out there. I don't have to KYC, which is awesome. I can use it here in the United States, no problem whatsoever. You should go use it. Link down below. But I get emails all the time from other exchanges wanting us to promote them. And there was a funny one, and I'm not going to say the name, but partially it's because I can't remember the name. But they literally told me their incentive for me to sign up with them was that I would get, what was it? It was like every time one of your users trades and loses $1,000, you get half of it or something. Or like you get 50% of their losses. So if you traded with $1,000 and you lost it, I would get $500. So I emailed the person back. I was like, so you're saying the way I'll make money is by my followers losing money? And he typed back, exactly. I didn't respond after that. There are literally exchanges in crypto that make their money. They have to pay their influencers to promote it, but they make their money by trading against their users. And again, what they do is they'll just then pay the influencers, because the influencers need money to promote it. They'll pay the influencers so that they can trade against their users, and then they and the influencer get to make money. So those are pretty evil practices. They're practices I would love to see come to an end, but those are things that are in play here. And again, I very obviously said no to that. BloFin is not one of them. BloFin, I do believe, are some of the few really good guys out there in the world. Been trading there, making a lot of money on BloFin. If you're in our VIP trading group, you guys, if you're trading with us, you've been making a lot of money here as well. Let's get back into the article here, though. Last thing he said, this is just so stupid. Some of the leading lights in this field are either in jail or about to go to jail or waiting for extradition. It's suboptimal situation for investors. You are investing in a field right now that you are not getting the proper disclosure, concludes Gary Gensler on the next crypto ETS topic. Who's he talking about? Well, he's talking about CZ. He's talking about Do Kwon. Or T-Shum likes to say Duquan. He's talking about the few of them that have been put in prison. He's calling them the lights of the space, as if they were the ones who knew what we could do. They were the ones who could break all this down and explain it to the average day user. No, there's so many people, Gary, that can help others in the crypto space. We don't need you. I like CZ. I don't really know much. I'm not going to pass too much judgment on Do Kwon. I think there were some things there that were fishy. I think he made some bad decisions and investments. I think he's also talking about, obviously, Sam Bankman, who I definitely do not like. But at the end of the day, I never looked at those three individuals and said, my crypto education and investing thoughts go with them. They're the ones who tell me everything I need to know so I invest properly. No, that's the cool thing about crypto is it allows me, the individual, to think for myself, Gary. I don't need you. I don't need CZ. Definitely don't need Sam Bankman Fried, and I don't need Do Kwon either. Again, I don't actually think anything's going to come of this. I think he's going to continue to get his butt handed to him. But we continue to see this ongoing persistence from Gary Gensler to continuously FUD the crypto space as soon as anything bullish happens. So that has to continue. It has to continue. It is what it is. Let's see here. Let's get into a chat before we get into our third topic. We're going to talk about Jasmy here in a second, and then we'll finish out the show with a little bit of Q&A. Matt C is in here. He said, you said no to that? What's wrong with you? Okay, yeah. I mean, it sounds like Matt C was going to take the deal. So if Matt C starts a channel, be wary about starting any trading exchanges with him. You never know what his incentives are. We have a new guest here. David Duff said, I'm new to crypto, but I am loving your shows, Investing Bros. Very informative. Shout out to you, David. So glad you are here. And guess what? If you're new, let us know. Tell us to slow down. Ask us more questions. Join our free Discord. and get in there and ask a bunch of questions, because we are here to help you guys. I was talking with somebody even earlier today, potential collaboration with somebody we might have on the show or do stuff on their show as well. Just asking about our vision and our thoughts and what we're trying to do here. And ultimately, I am here. The channel is here so that you guys can create financial freedom. I'm going to be right about some things. I'm going to be wrong about other things, but ultimately I'm going to continue to learn. And I'm also going to pass on what I learned down to you guys, and I'm going to learn from you guys as well. But all of us have bigger and greater things in this world than crypto. But a lot of times, to do those things that we need to do, we need to have that financial freedom. And I think crypto is a golden opportunity to accomplish that. So we are here to go as fast or as slow as you guys need us to go. If we're going to talk about high level things, we're going to talk about them high level and we're going to speed it up. But when people are newer, we definitely want to slow down. We want to get back to the basics. We want to teach you why, what, and how, and everything that has to do with crypto and investing purposes. So shout out to David and anyone else like David who's new. You guys are welcome, bros. Love having you here. Let's see what else we have. 10% off. Yeah, someone's asking about Arculus. You get 10% off on the Arculus cold wallet if you use BROZ 10. So you got to go in there and if you don't do any code, it'll be $99. But you go BROZ 10, it'll be $89. So a nice $10 off for your cold wallet here. Really quickly. So Drew P says, I won the giveaway, right? Out of Investing Bros. Unfortunately, Drew P, you did not. But you know who did? Was Rick G. And we already announced it over in our Discord. I wanted to make sure I did it so I didn't forget again. But shout out to Rick G. And again, we're going to have to get his information, get him his $100. It might get a little... Rick G, stay with us, because usually T. Shroom is the one who handles paying that out. And of course, he's gone for his honeymoon. So if he's able to see that message for some reason and send it, that's awesome. If not, stay with us. We know it's you. We're going to get you the $100, even if it takes a week. Let's go ahead and keep going on. Can you cover quant like ADA? Is it dead? We can make a quant video here in a little bit. Continuing to see, I'll tell you, I'm continuing to see in the comments on that video so many people who clearly did not watch the video. And that's, again, it's another troublesome spot. It's another troublesome spot in the crypto space. So many people read headlines or read titles of videos. They don't watch or consume the content, and they just hate on people because of it. Watch content. Let's be better, bros. If you're a bro right now, let's be the type of people that if you don't want to watch the video, don't watch the video. But don't comment on a title or a thumbnail and not consume the video. Watch the video and then give honest thoughts and feedback after you're done. I'm talking about my Cardano video I made the other day where I asked the question, I didn't even say it's dead. I asked, is it worth giving up on? If you have not watched the video, I think it's what, about 10 to 15 minutes of your life. It's worth 10 to 15 minutes of your life. That and the Matic price prediction, go watch them as soon as the live show is over. Blackie Chan reminding us, and this, I keep forgetting, Blackie Chan, I'm going to write this down because we got to do this. We got to do this on Saturday. We have a $100 community trade giveaway we're going to do as well. So make sure you guys are here on Saturday around 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got to do that trade. That has been now probably a month and a half or more that we have not done that. June has been really May was really inconsistent for us in terms of being here. But thank you, Blackie Chan, for that reminder. I have not forgotten you. All right. Love you guys. Let's get into a third and final topic of the day, and we'll come back, maybe have a minute or two for some more Q&A. But this one has to do with a coin that a lot of people in our community actually really do love. They've been talking about it. I like it. The more I was even looking into it to prepare this segment, I was thinking, you know what? I need to add Jasmy to my portfolio. It's not in my portfolio at the moment. I need to get it into my portfolio. However, this is an article that I think is very interesting, and I want to talk about it. Jasmy destined to break top 10 crypto in the market. Or in other ways, is going to get into the top 10. Says Crypto Expert, can Jasmy break $10? So this is two different things. Let's make sure it's clear. Jasmy does not have to get to $10 to break in the top 10. That being said, I think both are very hard, but it does not have to hit $10. I'll explain here in a little bit. Let's look at some of the details. I did not highlight this one, though. It's going to be part of the problem. Oh, man. I might not even get into it. I think ultimately they're just talking about the bullishness of Jasmy. I'm bullish on Jasmy. I think it's going to be good. Now, Crypto Set Guy is saying their devs are dumping so many coins. I'll have to look into that. What I know about Jasmy, though, if we come over here to CoinMarketCap, it's currently ranked number 50. 9. It was 58, I think, yesterday when I was looking at this article originally. Dropped one space to who? Ondo. Makes sense. I'm big on Ondo as well. But it's sitting here at number 59. It has $1.8 billion in market cap currently. Now, I want to make sure you guys understand the two things that are brought up here. And let's go here and click on Jasmy Coin and kind of talk about it. 1.8 billion currently. Now, what I like over here is the circulating supply. Why? Well, the circulating supply currently is at 49.2 billion. You can almost round it to 49.3 billion tokens in circulating supply. Well, the total supply, the max supply, is at 50 billion. So this is a coin that the only way, there's not going to be a lot added. I mean, even if we add all the way to 50, which I don't think is going to happen by the end of the bull market, there might be a burn mechanism in here. I have not studied the tokenomics of Jasmy just yet, but I am looking at that initial aspect and saying that's pretty cool. You want to know why? Because if we only made it to $18 billion in market cap, that's a 10x in price. Why? Well, it's a 10x in the market cap, and there's really no more supply to be built up on, to be released. And so every dollar that goes into this is pretty much being another dollar of help towards that price action going there. So again, 10x, 18 billion, right? Let's discuss first why $10 is not going to happen. Let's do some quick math here, and this is a very basic quick math. To get a $10 Jasmy coin, a coin that's currently worth 3 cents, the market cap would have to be $500 billion. That's a lot. That's a lot of stuff right there. That's a lot. I didn't even do the math. What X would that be? If we were to go, let's go to Jasmy chart right here. Jasmy USDT. Yeah, sure. Whatever. Let's turn off Lux for a second. Don't need it. Just want to take a look at some stuff here. Oh, we have done Jasmy TA here recently, though, because we have that going up there. If we were to make it to $10, that would be, I don't need that high. Thank you there. From buying right now, you would get a, holy crap, 280x, give or take. A 280x. That is not happening. Also, $500 billion in market cap. $500 billion would mean that Jasmy would need to be in the top 3 to 5 spots. Remember, I've talked about potentially Solana and Chainlink, who I think can get into these top 5 spots. I think those ones could get 2, if not a little over 500 billion. I don't see Jasmy jumping everything else and getting into the top 5, right? So $10, let's go ahead and pause, park it, park that thought. $10 not happening for Jasmy. But even top 10, to get into the top 10, I think that we're going to need to see somewhere over on $150 billion market cap, probably closer almost to 200. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I don't think I see that happening either. I think maybe if things work out correctly, 50 billion, and maybe we're talking about maybe getting close to, if not in the top 20. I think that is doable for Jasmy, but to get, definitely not top 5, definitely not 500 billion. And 150, I think that's a little too high at this point as well. That ultimately would be, what would that be? If I were to pull up my calculator here, we'll show you guys. Let's just say 150 billion divided by a $3. That would have to get to $3, I think, to get to the top 10. I don't think that that's happening. I think we should be very happy if this coin makes it to $1. I mean, a 10x is a 30 cents. So we could still have a 30x would still get us to $1 here for Jasmy. Let me know in the comments down below. What do you guys think about Jasmy? Do you think that I'm crazy in saying that both of those predictions are way off? Am I crazy in saying it can't reach $10? Am I crazy in saying it can't be in the top 10? Do you agree with my analysis that I might make a price prediction? I mean, Jasmy's going to be way down the line. I have a lot of videos and coins I'm gonna do before Jasmy to give price predictions, but I just don't see I don't see $10 happening at all. I don't think I even see $3. I think $1 is probably going to be in the realm of what I think is realistic for Jasmy. Let me know down below, what do you guys think? Username said, did Tim just tell me to buy Link? Hey, do what you do. Speaking of Link, we did earlier, someone asked about Chainlink. We'll do this and we'll get into some Q&A. We got 10 minutes left for Q&A. They asked earlier, I think it was Joe Bro, who just said you on it, Tim. He said, hey, Tim, do you think that Chainlink could have a big pullback and potentially fall back down? I think he said people are talking about back down towards 12. I think he's talking about back to this level. Now, remember, I was one of the ones that called this level way back here in, I think sometime in March, end of March. And sure enough, it happened. I don't know who's calling for this now, Joe Bro. I have not seen people calling for that level. And I'll start off by saying, is it technically possible? Absolutely, it's possible. I don't see that happening, though. I think that we are sitting on a lot of very bullish things right now. I think there's a lot of bullishness here in the zone right here on 17. I told you the smart trail down to about 1630, give or take, is my very strong level of saying, hey, maybe we get that far down. But honestly, I would highly doubt even that. I think this is just a normal pullback for Chainlink after the coin started to have some really good moves. It rallied up here back to $19, and now it's pulling back, finding a higher low. And I think that's what we have playing out here. You guys look here, stochastics RSI, it's still going down. So is this dip on Chainlink over? Maybe not. Again, this right here tells me stochastics isn't bottomed out just yet. We do have the RSI been heading down here recently, isn't even close to the 50 just yet. It's sitting right now at about 58. So could it keep going down to 50? Absolutely. I think that could happen. The MACD on the daily chart just crossed bearish here a couple of days ago. So it's putting up some bearish steam. And over here, we haven't had a trifecta of reasons to sell, but we have had some bearish divergence, bearish reversal dots, bearish momentum dots, but positive money flow. But, you know, there are signs if that keels over a little bit, yeah, maybe we have a little bit of a dip down here towards $16. I don't think that that's crazy to think that could happen. I'm not predicting it to happen either. Right now, until I get a good reason to short it, I'm not shorting Chainlink. And especially when I take a look at the weekly chart for Chainlink, which of course, every 7 days makes just one candle. So you got to take everything with a grain of salt here. But I'm looking at this one and saying bullish. The stochastics is bullish. The RSI is bullish. We're about to be bullish on the MACD. Recently here, I think we got the buy order on the weekly chart for Chainlink when we had the green reversal dot, green momentum, and positive money flow. So the weekly chart is keeping me very bullish on Chainlink. Even if the daily chart shows potential next couple of days of downward action, let's look at the 8-hour chart. I mean, 8-hour chart looks very sideways and boring, like we could be over, could not be over. You're not really sure. Let's go 12-hour. 12-hour was dropping, but now 12-hour is starting to show some signs of support. So I'm not going to say that Chainlink can't drop lower, but I am going to say I'm not going to bet on it dropping lower. I'm not shorting this one. I'm not in a long position on Chainlink at the moment. I might just wait and see once the dust settles on Chainlink and it's overwhelmingly bullish or bearish, that's how I'll re-enter a long on Chainlink. I, of course, have my hodl bags that are benefiting from any time it goes up to the right. But no, I am not in camp Chainlink back to $12. I'm borderline in camp. Maybe Chainlink falls back below $17 temporarily. Hopefully that helps you out, Joe Bro. JV gave a super chat. Thank you so much. Saying, "Pang, baby, meme coin will run the bull market." Woo! I don't know what Pang is. I know what a baby is. I have one of those. It's a cool thing, but I don't know about Pang. Thank you for the $5 though, JV. What do you guys have? We got about 7 minutes before I got to roll out of here and get into some members, the members stream. What do you guys got going for us? I saw Kelly Kellum in here. Shout out to Kelly Kellum. I think earlier I saw Tom Crown. It's very hard, I'll tell you guys, when you're a one-man band. You got the buttons and you got to do the charts. You got to stay over top of this. And then you also have the chat going on. But every now and then I see something pop off. And I thought I saw Tom Crown in here. Shout out to Tom Crown. I'm sure he's not in here anymore, but it is what it is. You guys have any questions? I'm not seeing a lot of questions. Oh, here we go. We got some questions coming in. Guy, can we talk about Tim's pink tie from the past weekend? Ooh, you got to be in the Discord. If you guys are in Discord, you saw a picture that you will see very rarely in my life, and it was Tim with a button-up shirt and a pink tie. Why? Well, because I was in T-Shroom's wedding, and they don't let you wear hoodies or T-shirts when you're a groomsman in a wedding. I thought it was weird too. In fact, I'll tell you what. Any of you moving forward get married and the dress is hoodies or T-shirts, I'll be a groomsman in your wedding if you ask me to. I will come. But other than that, it's the epitome of how much I love T-Shroom. Because you guys know, you heard me. I am a big proponent of marriage. Love marriage. If you're not married, It's not for everybody, but if you want to get married, I encourage you to. It's an awesome thing. Take some serious commitment, take some serious work, but I think marriage is awesome. I am not, however, a fan of weddings, and I'm definitely not a fan of button-up shirts and ties. So the fact that I, A, wore a button-up shirt with a tie, B, I went to a wedding, C, I wore that suit and tie at a wedding in Florida in June, that's how much I love T. Shroom. If he ever tries to convince you that I don't love him, remind him that I wore a suit at his wedding on June 1st in Florida. That's all you need to know about true love. Joe Bro says, Tim needs to promote beard products. Hey, if you guys know a beard product that wants to sponsor the channel, I am all about it. Give me the connection. I'll pay you a commission if you can set that up for me. Let's see what else we have here. How many games will VT win? Including the playoffs? I'm just kidding. Realistically, probably 9 to 10. I don't think we're ready to compete for the national championship yet, but I think we can compete for the ACC championship. I think we'll be right there in the conversation. We have a good, experienced team coming back, but we're not there yet. Give it a couple more years. Let's see. Tim making sacrifices. Absolutely. Matt C says, username, maybe if VTech actually played anyone, it's true. Maybe they played anyone, it would be a legit question. The schedule's ridiculous. Looks like a bunch of Division II teams. I'm not going to lie. It is. It's not a hard schedule. Not a hard schedule. And you know what? I'm not going to complain. I like seeing wins. It's been some time since we all saw a lot of wins. Senza said, I wore hoodies and t-shirts all the pandemic and came out the other side 20 pounds heavier. I don't think suits make you lose weight. Maybe they do. Maybe they make you sweat. I'll just wear a sauna suit then. If I want to sweat it all out. El Toro says, Tim, let's have a Caspa or Stacks price prediction next. Okay. I like the two okays. Is on my list. I have a list. Just so you guys know, there's going to be more videos coming out more consistently too, but I've done a couple of those series where it's like, hey, these are the 7 questions you have to ask about this coin before you invest in it. So I'm going to have a bunch of videos coming out based off the 7 questions, and we have a lot more coins to do 2025 price predictions on. So look forward to that. Caspa and Stacks, absolutely on that list. I don't know if they're like number 1 or 2 on the list. The next ones you'll see, but over the next 2 months, I would say even over the next month, you will probably see 2 videos on both of those, Caspa and Stacks, both the 7 questions everyone needs to ask and the price prediction for 2025. All right, last question here, and this is just a fun one. Favorite steak and temperature? Good question. Tomahawk steak, and I rarely get it. Tomahawk steak, you can't beat it. And I'm not going to go full-blown blue rare. Some of you guys know what that is. I've had it before, and I don't hate it. But I'll go rare, like purple rare, right? So I don't want the meat to be cold in the middle. But if it's pretty raw in the middle and just kind of warmish, I'm good with that. I think anyone who does well-done steaks, stop ordering steaks. In fact, if you order steaks well done, why don't you just go ahead and either eat a block of charcoal or go get Bill Gates' Impossible steaks. Don't do that. It's really bad for you, I think. I was kidding about that one. But stop eating the good steaks. Eat the sirloins or something. Eat the ones that are not. Eat like the pork steaks or something. Leave the ribeyes and the New York strips and the tomahawks to those of us who will do it the right way and eat it raw. That's how steaks were made. That's how God made them. And that's how he told us to eat them. That's probably blasphemous because that's not true. He didn't say anything about it. In fact, he actually probably said we should cook it. Well done. The point is, rare steaks are the best. They taste the best. And we are relieved from the law. Guys, that's all I have for you in this video. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being a part of the channel. Hit the like button on your way out. Hit subscribe. Members, I'll see you here in literally about a minute and a half. The rest of you, love you. See you tomorrow. Adios. And you thought it was over, but that's what happens when Tim hits the wrong button. And then this is what happens when he hits the right button.
Trying to make paper, turn that vanity cake. Money like Lego, connect the dots that bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros. Army pipe, lethal on trade. Entries and exits worthy of praise. Tim, the professor of the TA. Shouted out loud on the PA. T-Shrooms news, catch a word. Doing better than what he deserves. Beamer, leave no evidence. Soon fly coop with his dividends. Trying to make paper. Turn that vanity cake. Money like Lego. Connect the dots, stack bank. We are investing bros. We are investing bros.
Investing bros.